Insulated bushing nuts are specifically required on conduit fittings when dealing with conductors that are 4 American wire gauge or larger, as outlined in the National Electrical Code Section 300.4. This code section focuses on protecting conductors from abrasion or damage as they enter enclosures or raceways. It's important to differentiate this requirement from the general need for bushings or adapters on conduit entering boxes, as stipulated in NEC sections 342.46, 344.46, and 362.46. These sections mandate that conduit must have a bushing or adapter wherever it enters a box or other enclosure to protect conductors from sharp edges or burrs. However, these sections do not specifically require insulated bushing nuts unless the conductors are 4 American wire gauge or larger. The primary purpose of a bushing, in general, is to provide a smooth, rounded surface to prevent insulation damage when conductors are pulled into or through the conduit. Now, let's clarify the application of these rules to different types of fittings. Electrical metallic tubing, commonly referred to as EMT, fittings and Romex connectors generally do not require an insulated bushing nut unless they are housing conductors that are 4 American wire gauge or larger. For smaller conductors, standard EMT fittings, which are designed to provide a smooth transition from the conduit to the box, are usually sufficient. Similarly, Romex connectors, which are used to transition non-metallic sheet cable into an enclosure, do not inherently require an insulated bushing unless, again, conductors of 4 American wire gauge or larger are involved. It's essential to recognize that while an insulated bushing nut is one method of providing conductor protection, it is not the only acceptable method. The code allows for the use of other types of bushings or adapters that offer equivalent protection. This could include plastic bushings, rubber grommets, or other listed fittings designed to prevent conductor damage. The selection of the appropriate bushing or adapter should be based on the specific application, the size and type of conductors being used, and the environmental conditions of the installation. When interpreting the NEC, it's crucial to pay close attention to the specific wording and context of each section. Many misunderstandings arise from generalizing specific requirements or applying them inappropriately to situations they were not intended to cover. In the case of insulated bushing nuts, the key factor is the size of the conductor. If the conductors are smaller than 4 American wire gauge, an insulated bushing nut is not typically required, provided that the fitting or connector offers adequate protection against abrasion or damage. However, it's also important to consider local amendments or interpretations of the NEC, as these can vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. Always consult with local electrical inspectors or authorities having jurisdiction to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. To summarize the requirements for insulated bushing nuts, firstly, insulated bushing nuts are specifically mandated by NEC section 300.4 for conduit fittings housing conductors of 4 American wire gauge or larger. Secondly, EMT fittings and Romex connectors do not generally require insulated bushing nuts unless they contain conductors of 4 American wire gauge or larger. Thirdly, NEC sections 342.46, 344.46 and 362.46 require a bushing or adapter on all conduit entering a box or enclosure, but this does not necessarily mean an insulated bushing nut is required for conductors smaller than 4 American wire gauge. Fourthly, alternative bushings or adapters, such as plastic bushings or rubber grommets, can be used in place of insulated bushing nuts, provided they offer equivalent protection. And fifthly, always consult local codes and authorities having jurisdiction to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. Let's delve deeper into the specifics of conductor protection as it relates to the National Electrical Code. The NEC primary focus is the safety of people and property from hazards arising from the use of electricity. Conductor protection is a critical aspect of electrical safety, as damaged or improperly protected conductors can lead to short circuits, ground faults, and other dangerous conditions. Section 300.4 of the NEC, which covers protection against physical damage, is particularly relevant to the discussion of insulated bushing nuts. This section outlines various requirements for protecting conductors from abrasion, nicks, and other forms of physical damage. Subsection F specifically addresses the need for insulated bushings or equivalent protection where conductors of 4 American wire gauge or larger enter raceways or enclosures. The reason for this requirement is that larger conductors, due to their size and stiffness, are more susceptible to damage when pulled through sharp edges or rough openings. The insulation on these conductors can be easily nicked or abraded, which can compromise their integrity and create a potential safety hazard. An insulated bushing provides a smooth, rounded surface that prevents this type of damage. It's important to understand that the NEC uses the term insulated bushing generically to refer to any fitting or device that provides equivalent protection. This means that a listed fitting with a smooth, rounded entry point can be used in place of a separate insulated bushing. The key is that the fitting must be designed and tested to provide the same level of protection against conductor damage. Now, let's consider the specific requirements for EMT fittings and Romex connectors. As previously mentioned, these fittings typically do not require insulated bushing nuts unless they are used with conductors of 4 American wire gauge or larger. However, this does not mean that conductor protection is not important in these applications. EMT fittings are designed to provide a smooth, secure connection between the conduit and the enclosure. They typically have a rounded entry point that minimizes the risk of conductor damage. Similarly, Romex connectors are designed to protect the cable as it enters the enclosure. These connectors usually have a clamping mechanism that secures the cable in place and prevents it from being pulled or strained. While these fittings may not require a separate insulated bushing, it's still important to ensure that they are properly installed and that the conductors are not subjected to excessive stress or abrasion. When installing EMT fittings or Romex connectors, always follow the manufacturer's instructions and use the correct tools for the job. Over-tightening or improperly installed fittings can damage the conductors or the enclosure, creating a potential safety hazard. In addition to the requirements for insulated bushings and fittings, the NEC also addresses conductor protection in other ways. For example, Section 310.15 specifies the ampacity of conductors, which is the maximum current that the conductor can carry continuously under specified conditions of use without exceeding its temperature rating. It's crucial to select conductors with the appropriate ampacity for the circuit to prevent overheating and potential fire hazards. The NEC also includes requirements for overcurrent protection, such as circuit breakers and fuses, which are designed to protect conductors from excessive current flow. These devices are intended to trip or blow before the conductors are damaged by an overload or short circuit. Proper overcurrent protection is essential for preventing conductor damage and ensuring the safety of the electrical system. Furthermore, the NEC addresses conductor protection in specific applications such as underground installations, hazardous locations, and healthcare facilities. These applications often require additional measures to protect conductors from physical damage, corrosion, and other environmental factors. In summary, conductor protection is a multifaceted issue that is addressed throughout the National Electrical Code. The requirements for insulated bushings, fittings, ampacity, and overcurrent protection are all designed to ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems. By understanding and adhering to these requirements, electrical professionals can minimize the risk of conductor damage and prevent potential hazards. Let's consider the practical implications of these code requirements in real-world electrical installations. Imagine a scenario where you are installing a new electrical panel in a commercial building. The panel will be fed by a 3-inch conduit containing 3 4 American wire gauge conductors and a ground. According to NEC Section 300.4, you would be required to install insulated bushings on the conduit fittings where the conductors enter the panel. This is because the conductors are 4 American wire gauge or larger. Now, let's say you are running a branch circuit to a lighting fixture using 12 American wire gauge conductors in 1/2-inch EMT. In this case, you would not be required to install insulated bushings on the EMT fittings. The 12 American wire gauge conductors are smaller than 4 American wire gauge, and the EMT fittings are designed to provide adequate protection against abrasion. However, you would still need to ensure that the EMT fittings are properly installed and that the conductors are not subjected to excessive stress or bending. Consider another scenario where you are installing a new receptacle in a residential home using Romex cable. The Romex cable contains 14 American wire gauge conductors. In this case, you would not be required to install insulated bushings on the Romex connector. The 14 American wire gauge conductors are smaller than 4 American wire gauge, and the Romex connector is designed to protect the cable as it enters the electrical box. Again, you would need to ensure that the Romex connector is properly installed and that the cable is securely clamped to prevent it from being pulled out of the box. These examples illustrate how the NEC requirements for insulated bushings are applied in different situations. The key is to understand the size of the conductors being used and the type of fitting or connector being installed. If the conductors are 4 American wire gauge or larger, insulated bushings are generally required. If the conductors are smaller than 4 American wire gauge, insulated bushings are typically not required, but it's still important to ensure that the fittings or connectors provide adequate protection against abrasion and damage. Now, let's address some common misconceptions about insulated bushings. One common misconception is that insulated bushings are only required for grounding conductors. This is not true. Insulated bushings are required for all conductors of 4 American wire gauge or larger, regardless of whether they are grounded or ungrounded. Another misconception is that insulated bushings are not necessary if the conduit is properly reamed. While reaming the conduit can help to remove sharp edges and burrs, it does not eliminate the need for insulated bushings. Reaming can reduce the risk of conductor damage, but it does not provide the same level of protection as an insulated bushing. A third misconception is that insulated bushings are only required for metallic conduit. This is also not true. Insulated bushings are required for all types of conduit, including metallic and non-metallic conduit, when conductors of 4 American wire gauge or larger are used. It's important to dispel these misconceptions and to understand the true intent of the NEC requirements for insulated bushings. These requirements are designed to protect conductors from damage and to ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems. Failing to comply with these requirements can increase the risk of electrical hazards and can potentially lead to fines or other penalties. In conclusion, understanding the NEC requirements for insulated bushing nuts is essential for all electrical professionals. By adhering to these requirements, you can protect conductors from damage, ensure the safety of electrical systems, and avoid potential code violations. Remember to always consult the latest edition of the NEC and to seek guidance from local electrical inspectors or authorities having jurisdiction when in doubt. Electrical codes are updated every 3 years. It is also important to keep your knowledge up to date with the current code. Additionally, keep in mind that electrical installations may have other considerations beyond the scope of the NEC, such as manufacturer requirements, project specifications, and specific requirements for equipment. Proper conductor protection is not just a code requirement. It is an important component of a safe and reliable electrical system. By taking the time to understand and implement these requirements, you can help to prevent electrical hazards and ensure the safety of people and property.